Hey there! Happy Tuesday! Coach K coming at you from Arrowhead Fit Body Boot Camp. We are actually here in my kitchen right here at home. I'm actually going to be coming to you more often live with some Tuesday tips that is from my family to yours that I hope will benefit you, your family, make things a little bit easier, make things a little bit healthier, and make things taste delicious. So often I get the question, as being a trainer and a coach, what can I have for breakfast that's quick and easy? I'm not gonna lie, I always usually answer with the first thing of being overnight oats. I love overnight oats. I've talked to a lot of you about overnight oats before, but I don't know if I've ever actually shared with you how I make them. So I wanted to break it down on how I make them with you. So I'm gonna do this right here, right now. All right, so overnight oats are super convenient for us specifically, because waking up at 4 a.m., the last thing I want to be doing is making myself a tough breakfast, because anything, by the way, that rivals my sleep is going to go down. So I like breakfast. It's my favorite meal, but we need something quick and easy. So I'm going to break down overnight oats for you on today's Tuesday tip. So I'm going to do, I have two here. I use mason jars because they're easy for us to shake with. I'm going to be doing my portion, so I'll also be going through how I make Thomas's as well, because his portion sizes are different than mine. So I always start with your organic your organic rolled oats. This is my first time, by the way, going live, so you're going to have to bear with me here, folks. So I take 1/3 cup of organic rolled oats. So I put those directly in to my mason jar, and I try not to spill all over the place. And then after I get my oats in the jar, the next thing I want to do, by the way, if you have any questions, my husband and the best videographer ever is going to spit them out for me.
Hey guys.
Hey. And then after that, I'm going to add the protein. So these two ingredients, by the way, are the base of your overnight oats, and really the main thing that you need, because you need that healthy carb and you need that lean protein. So this is the protein that I use. I buy this one from Amazon because you get a better deal and a bigger quantity. So I actually found this at Sprouts initially because I love Sprouts. But you can get this from Amazon in a 2-pound tub for less than what you can get the 1-pound tub at Sprouts for. So for me, I do 1 scoop. So I level out my scoop and put that directly into the mason jar next. All right, so by the way, going back really quick, so I do 1/3 oats for me. I do a 1/2 cup of oats for Thomas. I also do a 1.5 scoops of the protein for Thomas, and only 1 scoop for me because he's a growing boy and he needs bigger muscles, right? So that is the protein. The next thing that I do, I have found PB Fitt. This is awesome. I love this, the dried peanut butter, because it takes the fat out, but you can get this big ass tub from Costco. Sorry guys. So I will do 1 tablespoon of this. I always measure it out. 1 tablespoon of that. And I do 2 tablespoons for Thomas. All right. So because I'm taking the fat out of the peanut butter, saving myself a little bit of calories there, what I do to add the healthy fat back in is put in chopped up walnuts. So chopped up walnuts are really great for the heart, but you got to make sure that you only put in a little bit, because walnuts are really good for the heart. Too many of them is added fat that you just don't need, and then that's kind of where you get some of that stored fat from. So I chop it up. I used to use my fingers. Bad idea, they're super oily. All right, so I pour that just directly in. Right there. Get that nice crunch going on in there. The next thing I add is ground cinnamon. As I mentioned, by the way, your main 2 ingredients are these 2 ingredients. Everything else that I add in here is strictly up to whatever you like. So you can mix and match. I would suggest staying with some of these main ingredients. So you've got your fat, your protein and your healthy carbohydrate. I add cinnamon, a dash of cinnamon, because it's really good at burning belly fat. And nobody likes belly fat. All right, so tap a little bit of that in there. That goes right in there. You get that from Costco too, by the way. Costco saves lives. It really does. And they're coming out with way more organic stuff, so that's good too. And then the next thing that I do, because you want to get in really good fiber, okay? So ground flaxseed, organic ground flaxseed, I get this at Sprouts, is absolutely fantastic. Don't add like a whole bunch, but for me, I add 1 teaspoon, leveled teaspoon, going on right there, goes directly in. Thomas gets 1 tablespoon, okay? 1 tablespoon. All right. I'm just checking to see if I'm forgetting anything. So everything looks good. And then what I normally do at this point, we're going to kind of flip it around. I'm going to grab my mason jar top over here. All right. So because I'm making this at it's 3:40 in the afternoon, I put all the dry ingredients together, stick it in the mason jar, and I put it on the counter over here so that when I get home from session tonight, so for those of you coming to 5 p.m., I'll see you soon, all right? When I get home from session in the evening is when I add the berries, okay? Fresh berries. I buy a crap ton at one time because we go through them so often with the overnight oats. I'm a creature of habit. We create overnight oats a lot, okay? So the reason for fresh berries over something like bananas or anything like that is because berries have a high amount of antioxidants in them. And that's something that you need for fat burning, fat loss, and making sure that we're staying healthy. Bananas are great, but they're super high in carbs and super high in sugar. So something that you really want to stay below because you're already adding a healthy carb from right here. So what you'll do is when you're ready to put them in the fridge later on in the evening, 3 ounces of fresh berries for females. And what I do for Thomas, or for me, I should say, is 4 ounces of fresh berries for Thomas. You will add that right to the top. I bought this at Target, I think, 20 bucks. Love this thing, it's fantastic. All right, that's my food scale. 3 ounces of fresh berries, stick it right on the top. I add enough water to cover both the existing ingredients, the dry ingredients, and the wet ingredients. So about here. Shake it, stick it in the fridge. Overnight, it's ready to go. I wouldn't want to add the liquid right now because I wouldn't want everything to be super mushy in the morning because it's kind of a lot of time. But that's how the oats cook, okay? So this isn't something that you stick in the refrigerator, in the microwave. You don't heat it up in the morning. It's served cold, and essentially the oats cook overnight by absorbing the water from the fridge when you stick it in the fridge. So, trying to think, is that about it? Yeah, 3 ounces of fresh berries. You're good to go. Literally shake it up in the morning, stick a spoon in it. You are good to go. Healthy breakfast on the run for those who need something quick, easy, healthy, and convenient. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Transformation Tuesday. Bye.